Well, hello, Journey Life Church and friends and family. We are live on Facebook. I'm trying something out right now, and we're going to be picturing, mapping out the book of Joshua, and I'm going to try and share my screen with you. And so I'm trying this whole new technology, so bear with me. Hopefully it works. And I'm going to be able to show you the maps and exactly where Joshua was going. So I'm really excited about this. Hopefully we're going to do it quick too. First of all, we're looking at Joshua chapter. Hey, Wendy. We're looking at Joshua chapter 1 and verse 4. And what happens there is that it says, "Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon and from the great river, the Euphrates, all the Hittite country, and to the great city on the west." So God's outlining for Joshua and the people of Israel what he's given them, their entire area that he's given them. This is through Abraham and all of that. And I'm going to share my screen with you now. Hopefully this works, and you should be able to see in a minute what I'm seeing here. Share screen. Okay, now you should see a map, and on this map you've got over here, if you see my cursor, you've got the Euphrates River. It goes all the way up through Iraq, goes down from the sea here in Kuwait, all the way up through Iraq, all the way up into Syria. That is the border that God had given them, all the way down to Kuwait. At the bottom edge of the screen, you see Saudi Arabia is down here, okay? Iraq border, Saudi Arabia. Part of that was part of Israel's territory that God had given them. All the way over, including Jordan, including Lebanon, including most of Syria. And then down, you see this peninsula here, which is the wilderness of Sinai, where they wandered around forever. And that wilderness and a little bit of Egypt was also part of this. So I'm going to draw this out for you so you can see. So here is the Euphrates River. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Here's the Euphrates River. Yeah, new technology is fun, huh? So that was the one border. Then it goes to the sea, the Mediterranean Sea. You can see that border. Then down here, it takes up part of Egypt on this side of the Nile. And now all the way over through Saudi Arabia, taking up all of Jordan, including Kuwait. This was supposed to be their territory. Now, it didn't work out so well for them. In fact, they only took over this area right here, you see, under Joshua. They took over this area right here under Joshua, and they had already taken over under Moses this area right here. And so I'm going to go back to you looking at me for in a minute here. Drop this down. This is all news for me, so bear with me. All right. So what happens in Joshua 1:4 is that God reminds Joshua of what's supposed to be going on. In Joshua 2:1, we see where the people of Israel are and then where they need to go. And so I'm going to show you that map in a second too. Joshua 2:1, they're in Shittim on the east side of the Jordan River, and they're needing to go to Jericho across the Jordan River. So let me show you that map. 1 second. Let's see. How do we do this? Yeah. All right. Here we go. So here's the map. See this little yellow dot over here on the right side of your screen? That is Shittim. There's a mountain range right here. Let me just show you. So here's your mountain range here. This is all on the east side of the Jordan. And the people of Israel camped over here. And Ephraim and Manasseh, that was their territory. They were going to own this. Now, they had to travel, in this verse, they traveled and crossed over to the edge of the Jordan. Now, the Jordan River was much wider than this. So you see here how skinny the Jordan River looks. The Jordan River is actually quite wide. And at flood stage, it was about a mile wide. So your Jordan River is going to be like that. Now, they set up camp like here. Okay? Getting ready to cross the Jordan. Then God took them over the Jordan River. So here's Jericho. Whoop, there's Jericho. Now that's modern Jericho. Ancient Jericho was somewhere over here. So then God took them across the Jordan. They camped at Gilgal, which is somewhere around here. And of course, they were just right on the border of Jericho. Now, when they crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan River backed up at a city called Adam, which is all the way up here. So Adam is like 5 miles north, and so that was pretty sensational thing, pretty cool thing that happened. Now, all of this area in the west here is what they're going to be conquering throughout the book of Joshua, and what we're going to see in the next bunch of chapters, all the way up, all that you can see here actually is what they're going to be conquering. So let me go on over to chapter 3, verse 1. It says they went to the Jordan, camped there before crossing over. That's this place down here that I already drew for you, right? That's where they crossed over. I'm getting ready to cross over. The Jordan was at flood stage. We showed what that looks like, a mile wide. Feet touched the water's edge, and there's the city of Adam up here. Now, they got here over across the Jordan to this city called Gibeath Ha'araloth at first, which means Hill of Foreskins. No joke. Listen to First Wednesday's message. It's funny because that's where they circumcised all the fighting men. And then they renamed it, God renamed it Gilgal, which means rolled away. I've rolled away the reproach of Egypt from you. And so that was a much more powerful name. And it's from that camp that they then circled the city of Jericho, boom, 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 13 times. Walls came down, and they took the city of Jericho. Now, Ai, which we're getting to in the next chapter, is right over here. It's kind of like the next fortress city, the next city that you have to take in order to take Canaan. So they're traveling from Jericho. They're still camped at Gilgal, but they're traveling from Jericho to Ai to try and take that down. So here's Ai. Boom. 2 letters, I can even spell it in there. So that's where we're going. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop this broadcast because I don't want to go over the time limit for this thing. But there's some really fun details here. I'm going to get you back to me here. There's some really fun details here as you look through these stories. Going to Ai, we can't skip that. So hopefully, as you look through this video, you can picture this a little bit better. The whole territory that Israel is supposed to take, and then specifically what they did take, and the path that they had to cross the Jordan, take Jericho, take Ai, and then all of those other cities that you saw in that picture, all of them. There was literally 30, 40 cities they had to take individually. And so that's what we're going to be going through. God does some amazing miracles. Sun stands still coming. Really good stuff. So I'm excited about the next part of Joshua even more than I have been about the last. So God bless you. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hopefully you got the picture. All right. We'll see you later. I don't know how to stop this thing. Oh, here we go.